Ring finance couldn't be a more horrific scene if Stephen King was the one at the wheel. Let's dive into what my current investment into ring finance looks like and how atrocious this little case study has gone. And pretty much, I didn't know what was going to happen. And when I made the other video about Ring, like I said, I never know what's going to happen when I'm investing into these highly speculative plays, but I'm going to do it because everybody's talking about it. And plus, I'm just going to be the one to take one for the team. If it works out, great. If not, like in this case, I think I lost like $500, $800, something like that. Let's dive into what's going on with Ring Finance and everything you need to know. Before I dive in, if you want an exclusive community to go ahead and talk about whether it's DAOs, whether it's anything in the DeFi realm, and in this case, I just opened up a new channel called Node Talk, where we're literally going to go ahead and be talking all about nodes because everybody was talking about it in the DAO chat. However, if you want to go and get involved on new up and coming projects, stuff that's being released, join the WeVsThem. Links in the description. Join the Discord. Trust me. Just watch the video that's in there as well. I promise you, it's going to blow you away with what we're doing, and it's free. It's completely free. All right. So again, let's dive into my current Ring. Oh gosh, this is going to hurt me. It's going to hurt me real bad. So, okay, right over here. Ring was at $50 or so when I went ahead and I accumulated an astonishing, a ravishing 2 Ring, maybe, I think it was. So now what is Ring sitting at? Oh my gosh, this just keeps getting worse and worse. Every single time I refresh, it's just getting more horrific of a scene. Again, it's at 715. I'm pretty sure I bought at 50. I know people that bought at 500 or 400. And yeah, long story short is we're going down in this ship together. You know, we're currently in a sinking ship, and yeah, we're going to die out here, essentially. Ring is going to be the death of us. It doesn't matter if they're cross-chain or not. Congratulations, you guys branched out to AVAX. Now, here's the other thing is that what I'm going to say is I'm not going and looking at their socials, and I know for a fact just by taking a look in the general consensus of the WeVsThem Discord is that the Ring Finance Discord is in shambles. I mean, people are just going crazy. And I am not going to subject myself to go into that community just because the energy probably there is absolutely horrific and it's just going to make me realize that I just lost all this money. So word of caution is probably not to trek into the Ring Finance. It's only going to make you hate the project even more. But as we can see, I have made an astonishing, well, I mean, I really haven't made it. So there we go. I just cashed out my Ring for what it's worth. It's less than $15. That won't even satisfy my McDonald's cravings at night because, you know, boys gotta eat. So back to what I was saying before as to why I don't necessarily care about what's going on in the Discord is because of the fact that no matter what news that unless Elon tweets about, I don't even think Elon could bring Ring back. There's no catalyst big enough, no piece of news or anything that they do big enough that's going to rally this price back up. I mean, I hate to be that guy. I don't want to be this person. But I'm going to cut it to you straight like it is because that's just the way I am. We're more than likely not going to go back up to the 400s, to the 300s, to the 200s, to the 100s, to the 50s, to the 40s, probably not 30s, and more than likely where we are right now, this ship it's literally, I'm watching the entire project just fill up the remaining of the ship with cement and bricks, and they're sinking even further. So it's just a domino effect of a lot of FUD and a lot of annoyance and people just, you know, not really happy. That's also collapsing the price, right? Because again, if everybody's complaining at once, everyone's just selling, everybody wants to get out. So is there potential for this project? No, No, I think we're moving on here. So again, like I said, we're going to be talking about a lot more nodes, some that will catch my attention and some that I've been looking into. However, to prevent myself from getting into all the hype and kind of everybody rallying on Twitter, always telling me to look at this node and this project and this, I'm just going to sit on the sidelines for now. What I want to really go over is this. Ruau Powell said, Ruau Powell, yeah, I got that right, said, this is such a good thread, such a good Twitter thread. And we're going to dissect this together because I do believe this is something that you really, really should process and really understand in depth to really prepare yourself for what could potentially be happening in 2022 in the first quarter. So again, he starts off with there's a lot going on in the digital asset space, but also nothing going on at the same time, which is the problem, which again is really important to understand. Let me give you my thoughts. He says, Bitcoin volume has been stagnant since the run-up in 2020. So we'll get into that in just a second. And active wallet addresses have not gone anywhere either. So no new wallet addresses have just spawned out of nowhere like we saw in the beginning of 2021. So it seems that retail activity peaked at the beginning of 2021. So right here, but that has been replaced by institutions. This is so important. This has been replaced by institutions, here measured by wallets with over 10 million. As you can see the graph right over here, okay, we can see this just massive parabolic movement, which are rising in general, but the numbers are still pretty small in regards to wallets with over 10 million. And we can see that he's saying basically the massive amount of new wallets are kind of coming from institutions. And if you adjust for price, bigger investors liquidated and have barely returned. So this is key. This is one of the takeaways that I really looked into and really kind of took in after reading this, is that big investors into Bitcoin have already said, all right, we're done here. What's next? All right, so they're moving their position out of Bitcoin, but let's keep reading. If Metcalfe's law applies, the network growth is currently very slow, hence why price is sluggish. The same is true about Ethereum, but there's a different factor at play here, hence the outperformance. Due to DeFi and NFTs and the strong narrative around ETH, volumes have remained more elevated, which is good. Addresses keep rising. Again, the sentiment here is that, and my portfolio, there's nothing in Bitcoin. It's all hedged into Ethereum, because of the fact, like Ruau Powell just mentioned, that we have NFTs to consider, which is pretty much all on Ethereum. Then we have DeFi, which last time I checked, 62% of DeFi chain dominance is Ethereum. And so the more investors that want to play in these realms, they have to use Ethereum. So obviously addresses keep going up. With Bitcoin, there is no NFT marketplaces. There's no DeFi, right? So there's no reason for people to need a wallet, essentially, if they're just going to be working with Ethereum and the Ethereum ecosystem. So addresses keep rising with Ethereum, but active addresses have stagnated all year as people rotate into different opportunities in the sideways market. Listen, this is so important. He's basically saying, hey, listen, active addresses for Ethereum have pretty much kind of subsided, and people have been taking their profits, whether it's from Bitcoin and Ethereum, in this case Ethereum as well, and they've been putting it into other opportunities, other projects, other tokens, as the market has pretty much kind of just remained the same for a constant period of time. And it's true, because we take a look at all these layer ones like Matic, Polygon, Solana. Again, there's so many different projects. All these layer ones have just been having so much growth, insane growth. Look at Luna, right? So all these layer ones are just blowing up like crazy. Now, he says over here, but with Ethereum, higher volume equals more Ethereum burned, which equates to more demand. And then ETH staking has reduced supply as well, which is correct. But here's the thing, is that staking unlocks. And when the staking unlocks, this is a video that I'm going to be making at another point. I think it's close to, it's in the billions of dollars. But there's billions of dollars of Ethereum being unlocked very soon to individuals that participated in the ETH staking, the proof of stake pool, essentially. So once that unlocks, billions of dollars get returned to investors. But if the market, think about this, if the price of Ethereum, when you lock it up to stake, was at $2,000 and now it's at $4,000, like, you doubled your money while just letting it sit there. What are the chances of a majority of these investors selling to take profits immediately just in case of another market dump? It's pretty high. But again, I don't want to speculate on this just yet, because this is something I'm actually really fearful of, but I don't want to just kind of speculate on it just yet until we get closer. So burning and staking and maintaining volume is why Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin by 4x in 2021. Correct. Pretty simple. But with no net real new capital flowing into the space, attention moves to other chains, like I was just saying, which also have POS, but earlier network adoption, taking volume away from both BTC and Ethereum. And we can see that if we go to DeFi Llama, we can see all the chain dominance as well. Now, one of the best things that you can actually do is take a look at DeFi Llama and take a look at all the chains that they list and see which ones, start doing a bunch of research into these chains and see which ones that are, potentially going to pull the Matics, going to pull the Terras, going to pull, moves that are just so incredible, like Solana. So this is what I mean over here. So if we just take a look right over here, we can see the chain dominance. So you see from the top to the bottom, we have Ethereum, Terra, BSC, Solana, Avalanche, Phantom, Polygon, Tron, Kronos, again, Elron, Clayton. There's so many that you can look into, and there's so many that are up and coming that are gonna have their moment to shine, which is gonna make a lot of people a lot of money as well. So just keep that in mind. This is creating the rapid rotations as people already in the space shift assets around looking for returns. Again, moving in and out of positions, trying to find the next big gainers. DeFi, then NFTs, then layer ones, like I just said. Lots of churn, net. So new meaningful increases in market cap, in overall sideways market. Many of these L1s also have the same staking plus burning dynamic going on, but have small market caps. So their prices rise a lot faster if the volume rises as well. So all assets which are driven by network effects require the network to grow to rise in value. This is why you see explosive price action in projects that suddenly gain network effects in the market decisions, etc. Again, gain hype, make money. Jade Protocol, gain hype, make money. All hype driven, lose money. Ring Finance, all hype, buy hype, make money. No. With Ring, you just lose money. All right, so this is a good thing for those super focused on the details of each part of the market, but it tends towards a FOMO-driven market, which I just said. Man, I can just speak for him now. Where latecomers who haven't done their homework get topped and tailed as the market moves to the next big thing. Exactly. I've been preaching this for so long. That churning is in fact a sign that the market is broadening out. It also makes it harder to generate alpha as investors now need much more knowledge to generate excessive returns. My view is the key reason the market has seen less retail activity is that wages are rising slower than CPI. The cost of living has gone up dramatically, and that has removed the marginal investors from crypto. They just can't afford the disposable income. I don't see stable economic growth and lower inflation for a while, so we're going to have to rely on institutions and hedge funds to allocate meaningful capital. Okay, this is the catalyst from everything that I just read, and I promise I'll end it right here, or after I'm done reading. This is so important. If Ruau Powell, who's so connected in the finance world, is saying this particular statement, listen, most investors on the fence right now tell me that they fear regulation. That's going to, whoops, let me go back. I don't see stable economic growth and lower inflation for a while. So we're going to have to rely on institutions and hedge funds to allocate meaningful capital. We have to rely on the suits to save us. That's basically what's being said here. The suits are the ones who are going to make the determining factor if they're going to come in and swoop up everything and allocate a bunch of funds in order to drive the price up. Kind of scary if you think about it. So most investors on the fence right now tell me that they fear regulation. That's going to be a feature for a while now as well. So let's keep going. I think the hedge fund space has been under allocated capital, and markets like these prove that if you can, should allocate to experts who are focused 24/7, unbiased, etc. I don't think this is too much of a catalyst right now. So let me go right here. The last thing I'll end it off with is the best advice I got from Paul Tudor Jones, who once told me the best investors he knew are those who invest time horizon matches their idea time horizon. If your model is based on Metcalfe's law for all DAs, then you need to be thinking in years, not weeks or months. AKA, you have to be thinking longer term of what these projects can actually be doing. What's the utility? And if there's going to be use for it in the real world, if there's going to be real world use cases for that particular project that's being built, and then you have to wait. Not days, not weeks, not months, but prepare to wait years in order to see those substantial gains. That's the outlook you should have. So with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash a like if you want more. Don't forget to join the WeVsThem. Hop into the community, hop into the DAO talk, the Node talk, the general community. I'm in there. With that being said, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you all soon. Have a great day, week, weekend. Just have a fantastic life. That's it. Just have a fantastic life. Have a great one. See you guys.